In the deserts of 7th century Arabia, a man emerged whose influence would shape global history, religion, and civilization for centuries. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was born in Mecca around the year 570 AD, into the Quraysh tribe, a powerful and respected lineage. Orphaned at a young age, he grew up under the care of his grandfather and later his uncle. Experiencing hardship early in life, Arabia at the time was deeply divided. Tribal conflicts, idol worship, social injustice, and economic inequality dominated daily life. Women had limited rights, the poor were oppressed, and moral chaos was widespread. As a young man, Muhammad became known among his people as Al-Amin, the trustworthy one, due to his honesty and integrity in trade and personal conduct. At the age of 40, during a retreat in the cave of Hira, Muhammad reported receiving revelations that would later be compiled into the Quran. These messages emphasized monotheism, moral reform, justice, compassion, and accountability before God. His message challenged the existing power structures of Meccan society, leading to persecution, resistance, and conflict. Yet, despite opposition, his followers grew, and his influence expanded beyond Arabia. What followed would transform not only a region, but the course of world history. The expansion of Islam, controversies, and legacy. After the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE, the Islamic movement did not collapse. Instead, it expanded rapidly beyond the Arabian Peninsula. His followers, known as the Companions, believed they were entrusted with preserving and spreading the message he delivered. The rise of the Caliphate. Leadership passed to the caliphs, beginning with Abu Bakr, followed by Umar, Uthman, and Ali. Under their rule, Islam spread into large parts of the Middle East, North Africa, and beyond. This expansion was driven by a mix of faith, political unity, military strength, and social organization. Islam introduced a new system of governance based on religious law, community responsibility, and submission to one God. For many societies at the time, this offered structure and identity in a chaotic world. The Quran and Hadith. The Quran, believed by Muslims to be the literal word of God, became the foundation of Islamic belief and law. Alongside it, the Hadith, reports of Muhammad's sayings and actions, were collected to guide daily life. However, the compilation of these texts happened years after Muhammad's death, leading to debates among scholars about authenticity, interpretation, and historical accuracy. These debates continue to this day. Controversies and unanswered questions. Throughout history, Muhammad's life has been viewed very differently depending on perspective. To Muslims, he is the final prophet, a moral example, and a mercy to mankind. To critics, questions arise about warfare, political power, and certain personal aspects of his life. These contrasting views have fueled centuries of religious tension, misunderstandings, and even conflict between civilizations. What is clear is that Muhammad's influence, positive or controversial, cannot be ignored. Islam's global impact. Today, Islam is one of the world's largest religions, with over 1 billion followers. Its influence is seen in culture, law, science, architecture, and daily life across continents. From mosques calling believers to prayer, to communities shaped by Islamic values, the legacy of Muhammad continues to shape the modern world in powerful ways. A question for humanity. Was Muhammad simply a religious reformer, a political leader, or a prophet sent by God? Why did his message spread so rapidly and endure for over 14 centuries? And what lessons, positive or cautionary, can humanity learn from this history? These questions remain open, inviting reflection rather than blind acceptance or rejection.